Have you ever wanted to win a skeleton horse pet from the spooky festival? You stayed all the way up until 5 a.m. to grind out the spooky event just so that you could purchase the spooky armor and then later turn that into the bat person armor. Now you're super happy and you feel super accomplished and ready for the next event where you're gonna get that skeleton horse pet. You look at the times, you see the next spooky festival is happening at 8 a.m. and you know you're not gonna be able to wake up at that time, so you stay all the way up until 8 a.m. to do the next spooky festival. Now it's 10 minutes before the event begins and you have to decide where you want to go to farm candy. Fortunately enough though, you remember watching your favorite YouTuber abuse overpowered game mechanics to win their horse pet last week. Unfortunately, you remember the developers always patch these moments before the upcoming event and never tell anyone. So rather than try your luck at abusing an overpowered game mechanic, you try to decide between the spider's den or the end. You choose the end in hopes of less people being there. The first lobby you get in already has 20 people who are all in bat person armor, so you know you have to hop into a different one and hopefully you get a completely dead lobby or one all to yourself. 2 minutes before the event starts and you're still lobby hopping hoping to find a dead lobby. 30 seconds left and you finally find a lobby with 10 people in it. It's still a lot, but it's a lot less than 20. You know it's the best that you're gonna get, so you get in your starting position and wait for the event to begin. The event begins and you're running around the end faster than a Walmart shopper on Black Friday. You've now been farming for 50 minutes and you're so bored waiting for the event to finally end. The event finally ends and you return to the hub in hopes of finally receiving your horse pet. You look at the leaderboards, see the top 5 players winning with over 10,000 candy each, and realize another overpowered game mechanic has been found. You're not too upset though because you remember that first place doesn't matter and you only need 2,400 points to get your horse. You look at your points and then begin to fill with anguish once you realize you've stayed up to 9 a.m. for nothing. You consider posting on the forums complaining, but then you remember the developers don't listen. So you go to sleep completely frustrated and remember you're never competing or doing the spooky festival ever again. Now, if that didn't perfectly describe your spooky festival experience, then you're one of the lucky players. The reason I painted that specific picture is because I've seen it so many times on the forums, Discord, and comments. Alright, enough picture painting, let's talk about the core issues and how to fix them. The first and the main issue is that there's only 2 ways to actually get 2,400 points in the spooky festival. The first option is to get a lobby with very few or no players in it, and the second is to fill a lobby with about 20 other players. Now, getting into a lobby with very few or no players in it is purely based on luck and it's super hard to actually come by. On the other hand, filling a lobby with 20 players is also extremely hard because you have to have 20 players available at one single time to sit in a lobby and do nothing. What would probably be even easier is if you theoretically bought 20 different alt accounts, which if you did this from the actual Minecraft.net would cost you only $539. So a skeleton horse pet is pretty cheap and would only cost you $500. Now, I've seen counter arguments by people saying the spooky festival isn't meant for solos to win. Now this is actually completely countered by one of the first changes that the developers put out for the spooky festival. No, I'm not talking about the exploits, I mean OP game mechanics which the developers fixed. I'm actually talking about the way that you receive or win a skeleton horse pet. Originally, for the first couple events, you were only actually able to get it if you got first place. Like I said though, after a couple they actually changed this and they made the requirement only 2,400 points so that multiple people could win it every single event. Now, in the same post where the developer talks about this change, he also mentions that the goal is to make the top of the leaderboard is less competitive and to give solo players a chance to claim those rewards. So now we know the skeleton horse pet is meant to be obtainable while solo, even if some disagree with it. What we can agree on though is that the changes were not enough to give solo players a chance to claim those rewards, considering the only methods which have worked so far. Now, I came up with a couple of solutions on my own. Personally, I don't think they're the best, I don't think they're the greatest, but I think that they will work and at least make the spooky festival enjoyable for solo players. If you guys have better or even other suggestions other than the ones that I proposed, then make sure to leave a comment down below. My first possible solution is to decrease the lobby size by 50% during the event. This would give players a much easier time to farm without worrying about others taking their kills. The next is to decrease respawn time of mobs during the event. Mobs respawning quicker would give players more mobs to kill, resulting in more candy. My next suggestion is to extend the time of the spooky festival. Having more time during the spooky festival would allow the player to receive more candy. The next possible solution, like I said, I don't exactly think that this is the best solution, but I'm just throwing all the ones out there so the devs can consider it, and that is to increase the amount of points that candy gives off. And the final possible solution is to decrease the 2,400 point requirement to something that would fit a lot more solo players. Now, I threw a bunch of different suggestions out there. In my opinion, the main issue is the lobby size. Literally, the only way to win this event is to get a lobby by yourself or fill it with all the other people who literally will not compete in the event. If you think about it, it's a really stupid way to have an event set up that the only way that one person could win or get the best reward is if all the other players surrounding him are not playing at all. Personally, I really enjoy competition because it makes things more fun and exciting, but that has nothing to do with winning the event. The key to winning this event is having a ton of friends or getting luckier than an RNGesus item and joining a private lobby. What I like about competitions is that everybody that's competing in the competition always has the exact same playing ground. Nobody has advantages over each other, and the winner is the person who comes in first. I wouldn't even mind it if Hypixel changed the event back to how it originally was and the first place winner gets the skeleton horse pet and nobody else does. But if they did that, all I ask is that every single person gets their own private lobby of just one player, so we all have a fair playing ground and nobody has an advantage over each other. Now look, I highly doubt that they'll change it that much and revert everything they've done so far, but hopefully they continue to improve the Spooky Festival and actually fix it. It's been a couple of months since anything's changed and it really needs one soon. Like I said, if you guys have any better suggestions to what the actual problem is and how to fix it, then let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video and you guys want the Spooky Festival to be fixed so that you can get your skeleton horse pet, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you guys are new around here and you guys love some Skyblock content or you enjoyed my voice or my video, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great day, a great night. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye!